Here we go. Going through a corner pretty fast once again. And now we're off the cliff. High impact, high injuries. We could have prevented this by going slower. A reminder not to speed on unfamiliar roads. Luckily, the motorcyclist is okay. So probably some injuries, but exactly. A reminder not to speed on unfamiliar roads, even on familiar roads. So you never know if something happened between the last time you rode there or not, that there might be debris. There might be something. There might be a car that decided to come around that corner. It might be a familiar road, but unfamiliar people on the road. Okay? So just take it easy. Oh, jeez. I died. My back is broken. How is he not injured if he has... I died. My back is broken. How does he not have injuries, Motostars? Are you just saying that so you get monetized? Okay. Well, I'm probably demonetized. So make sure you guys join the Smart Rider crew. It's only $5 a month. You get a bunch of stuff. I'll review your crashes and close calls so you don't have them ever again. Let's move on to this one. Here we go. Oh, I had to lay her down. Oh, took him out. Hey, kind of deserved a little bit. All right. Oh, rear-ended. You notice how he hit his back? Crazy music. We're going to mute that. I don't like it. It's just kind of weird. But as smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case. He hit his back. Have a back protector in your motorcycle gear. It's very important. All right. Phone navigation, get a rock form. This is why I use my rock form on my phone, on my motorcycle, so I can have a navigation. I can see that we have a turn coming up that goes right. We have this weird turn coming up that's left. It's going to help me prepare my speed. It's going to help me prepare my line. It's going to help me prepare everything. It's like a mini map for my own version of a game, like in Grand Theft Auto, and it's a Honda Rebel. I love that.
At this moment, the
is it a Rebel? It might just be a Honda.
Was carrying a little more speed.
So the controls look a little different. So we have a left turn coming up, and we can see it, and we saw it on our GPS ahead of time. So we're just cruising, having a good time. Anybody going to come over in our lane? This is a sharper turn. We should have slowed down a little bit earlier. Yeah, there's the crash. And now our bike's kind of messed up. So that's why you have that motorcycle GPS. You have your own little mini map because you can see the turn coming up. You see this one's easy, right? But look on the GPS. Look on the GPS right here. This is the moment we do a quick glance. I have my phone here. Quick glance. Oh, sharper turn. And I see that it's a sharp turn up ahead. At this point, this is when I start rolling off the throttle. I might not even have to apply the brakes yet. I could just roll off the throttle, maybe a little bit of brake, so that I'm prepared for this turn. And if I go too slow for the turn, I'm like, this is easy. Like, now I didn't have to go this slow. I can always add. You know how much harder it is to reduce while turning, and we're going too fast in the corner, and we start to panic? I'd rather do the panic right here, slow it down a little bit, and then panic in the middle of the turn, like, oh, I'm panicking because I'm going too slow. Give it a little bit more. That's what I would be doing.
Panic followed, and without fully committing to the lane,
this happens a lot to new riders. Prep yourself for the turn before the turn, not during the turn. And having this as a tool on your dash with rock form, like I said, this is what I use. Having it as a tool is super important. Using your GPS as a mini map. Yeah, it's a Honda Rebel. It's 1100. All right, so somebody coming over, nice lane change and shift. That's all it takes for a swerve right there. We see somebody coming in, we see it, position. We located the hazardous situation. We are assessing it's a relevant threat. Now we have to navigate that active threat. But since we saw it ahead of time, and I'm glad it's just a close call, we see it ahead of time. Instead of having to do like a massive swerve last second, we can just do a quick little lane change. So this is why you need to be paying attention and planning your ride. It's in the book. All right, here we go. Cruising, not a bad speed, just chilling. We have an intersection coming up. We're gonna make a nice, easy turn. Very good. We're gonna stay in our lane. Very good. I love. Oh. So when I see something like this and he's doing fine, he's doing a good speed, he's doing good turning, and we have a close call, and there was no other vehicles involved. My first assumption is road surface hazard. Okay, so there might have been gravel. I couldn't see. There might have been gravel. There might have been oil. There might have been something. So when we're scanning the road, watch out for those kinds of things. Thankfully, it re-grabbed traction. All right, here we go. Okay, somebody coming out from a vista point. Good job slowing it down. They shouldn't have done that, but you saved yourself. So that's a win. That's a win. This could have been fatal. Speeding up into an intersection. There's that side of the vehicle. Good swerve. Good swerve. That's the thing. You can only do 3 things. And he swerved. This I wouldn't do. I wouldn't come back and create problems. There's no reason to do that. So just kind of cruising. Anybody coming out? There it is. There it is. Brake, 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 brake. Good job. If we were speeding, we wouldn't be able to stop in time. What else could we have done in that situation? Let's go back just a little bit. What else could we have done in this situation other than braking? We could have done a hard emergency swerve to the left to get around it. We would have beaten them before they got into that lane if we swerved, right? But that's why we only have 3 things: brake, swerve, accelerate. Usually braking, swerving is going to be the first things. Accelerate is to get yourself out of danger while you're still in it. Okay, it's like running away. So right here, good job with the braking. All right, here we go. Rain, wet road. So cruising very slow. There's probably going to be loss of traction. That's usually what's going to happen. Oh, idiot driver. Couldn't anticipate that one. Thankfully, he didn't get hit. Side of the pedestrian. All right, all right. Side of the vehicle right there. Are they going to come out? So in this situation, we could have used either of the 3 things. So it was actually really good on this motorcycle rider. He just picked one. So each of the 3 things that I was talking about. So right here, he applies the brakes. That's one of the 3 things. Let's go back a little bit here. Now, could he have swerved right? Yes. Now, could he have emergency accelerated out? Yes. But he chose one of the 3 things instead of honking the horn, had to layer down, had to rev bomb. Those aren't the things. We can only do those 3 things. So this was actually really good. It was really good. Here we go. On a track, this is where you practice your high-speed maneuvers, and this happens, but you notice how there's no traffic? Look, this would have been the side of a cliff. He would have went off a cliff, or his bike would have went down a cliff. This is why you practice your high-speed maneuvers at a track. It's a closed course. You practice your slow-speed maneuvers in a parking lot. It's a closed course. You got 24 motorcycle drills right there. Easy. You never have to move the cones again. All right, graphic warning. Oh, what do we got here, Moto Nate? It's all sad. A bird. Yeah. All right. What is he looking back for? Did his buddy crash? So first, remain calm. Ensure your own safety first. This is why you're having a cardo and talking to each other, because he can be like, I crashed. And be like, oh crap. So we're speeding up. We're not remaining calm. It is what it is, though. You can do whatever you do as long as you do it as safe as possible. There's the buddy that crashed. So does he have any major bleeds? So you want to stop any major bleeds if he does. And if you get any of the books, No. If you get any of the printed books from the store, I have been including the rescue card. So this is the rescue card. This is the front of the card. Let's do this. You get a rescue card so you can have it in your pocket. So if you forget what we say here on the live stream, you can pull it out of your wallet and be like, okay, I need to remain calm. I need to ensure my own safety, and I need to stop major bleeds. What's quickly assess severity? Okay, I flip the card over on the other side. If he has any of these situations, this is all we can do. Stop any external bleeding, lay them down, monitor any changes, and try to keep them warm. But make sure, because on the front side is call 911 or tell someone to call 911. So I've been including that with any book that you guys get. So if you want to grab one, please do so. Links in the description. Hopefully you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Grab a slice of pizza and get out of here.